Well, hello everybody and welcome to the Subtac Off-Road Life channel. I'm out here at Wheelin in the country, which is where I go most of the time. It's kind of my default just since I live up on the hill. But I still like to be going around, you know, different parks, different places and getting video. But today we're here and I'm going to do something a little bit different today. I'm going to kind of go around and show you the different features of the park. If you haven't been out here before and don't know, if there's people there playing, I'll show you what they're doing. If not, I'll tell you about it a little bit. And oh, by the way, if you don't know, I got me another razor. Yeah. And sadly Little Red's gone, but somebody offered me a good price for him, so I took the money from Little Red and a little bit of a bank loan and got me nice. It's 2018. It only had 1,283 miles on it, and has some upgraded stuff to it. Front A-arms, high lifter, radius rods in the back, bunch of stuff. It also has some lights on it, rock lights, sound system. I've taken that stuff out for now, so I could redo all the wires. It's a nice running machine. It does have trail scars on it, and I'm gonna fix those up as I go. But nonetheless, I'm back in a razor and I'm happy. Anyway, so the first thing we're gonna do is jump in here and we'll just I'll show you. We're gonna do a little GoPro action. That action is gonna happen right back here, and we are gonna do the Tigger Trail. So this is what's called the Trigger Trail that we're about to hit. We're going to see that on the GoPro, and you should enjoy it. Tigger Trail is kind of the fun spot for especially families out here riding. It's kind of like a little roller coaster thing. Trails up and down and around, and it's fun. Nothing too terribly difficult or scary. So let's go get on that, and then we'll go to the next feature. Some of it's not even called Tigger Trail, but you got the gist of it. Let's go see what else we can find. Alright, so here we are out at the ledge. Right over there is what's called the ledge. You come out here at the right time, there's going to be people trying to climb that. And that's a hell of a show. You have the left side, right there, which is harder to get up because as you can see, the first half of it is pretty straight up. The right side is where most people go, kind of to the center, and it's a little more stair-stepped, but it's still a steep run, and it takes a little bit of skill to be able to get your rig up there. It broke. Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's nobody out here right now. They're probably all off somewhere else. They might be out at the swimming hole. But that goes up to the top of Horsepower Hill. And if we go that way, we can go down to Cherokee Hill, which is probably where I'll take you next. All right, now we are at Cherokee Hill. And this is basically it. There's a creek running down here. I don't know if you can see it. It runs under there. There's a little bridge that goes over it. And then there's some stair-stepping rocks that goes up. Now, from this perspective, it may look easy. It's not that easy, but it is probably what you would consider the beginner spot for climbing around here. But I've seen some rigs take a fall. Some people go right on up. Some people roll it over. I've seen it all happen. And the ride, our old bike over on the side. Everybody just kept going. Well done. Nobody out here either right now. Usually you can pull up and find a crowd out here, but people are probably eating, staying out of the heat because it's kind of warm today. But if you go on up that way, it'll take you on the rest of the property line trail and come down that way from the property line trail. That ledge I showed you is just right over on the other side of the hill there. You can come in this way or come up over this way. But once again, this is Cherokee Hill, and this is probably what you would call the beginner's climb out here, at least. And, you know, some people may disagree, but that's the way I look at it. All right, let's go find another feature. All right, this is called Benson Dents. Now, it goes way back in there where you come up from the bottom. There's actually two sides. There's kind of an easy side over here, a harder side down there, but you can still do it in a razor. Just takes a little bit bouncing around a little easier. But anyways, you can come up to here and go on up and get out, or you can try to come up this way. This is the challenge, as you can see. Most people will kind of come up this way if they can make it. I have seen some razors jump these logs, and then I've seen some roll because they couldn't make it. I have seen big bouncers, rock bouncers, roll and wreck up here. It just all depends on the driver and the machinery. kind of at the highest point at the park. It's a fun place to go, families and all. All right, let's see what other features we can find. All right, we're gonna go down Benson Dents, and when we get down there, we'll go over and we'll take a look at Axel Hill. All right, so this is Axel Hill. This, well, it obviously got its name for a particular reason. Breaking axles. And this is what the big rock bouncers would come and play on when Wheelin in the Country first opened. Rock bouncers, big trucks and stuff. And it got its name back then. And then people started getting razors, side-by-sides, coming out and playing. And it's claimed a lot of axles, a lot of parts and pieces going up there, and it's changed over the years. It's actually harder to get up now than it used to be, just because the rain has washed down all the dirt, loose gravel that used to kind of make it a little bit easier to get up those rocks. But it has been a place of fun if you're not the guy that's breaking stuff. I've seen a lot of stuff get broken trying to get up here. And then I've seen a lot of successes that you're like, there's no way that guy could have done that in that little thing, and yet he did. This, my friends, is Axel Hill. This is what they call flipper. And I mean, you just look at it, you can kind of understand why it's called flipper, because most people trying to go up are usually flipping coming back down. Now, there's a makeshift bridge to get over to it. At one time, that bridge did not exist, and the only way to get to it was to back up in there and launch yourself over. I saw that happen several times. Now, as far as the name flipper goes, I have been told, and some, you know, there may be people that will disagree or point me in a different direction, but I've been told that at one time there was an old guy that would come out here in one of them sandrail looking buggies, you know, all tube chassis, two-wheel drive in the rear, low to the ground, and he'd come up here and he'd take his shoes off and he'd jump in that thing and he'd go up. It would flip back down, and he'd turn it back on its side, and he'd do it again, over and over again like that. People come out here and watch him do it. So that's how it got its name, flipper. Now, I don't know that for a fact. That's just what I've been told. And I was told that by somebody that should know. I don't know why they would have told me that if it wasn't true. But nonetheless, it does earn its name. I have seen people flip off that several times. It's fun if you're crazy, and it's fun if you want to stand back and watch. Me, I stand back and watch. I do the video. right, we're going to take a trail that goes up the side of around Flipper. It goes up and takes what's part of the trail that's called the property line here. There's a property line trail that kind of goes around the whole property. And it takes all the way out to a place called Red Dog in Money Hill that we'll get to sooner or later. But we're going to take that right now. All right, Wheelin's a pretty big place, so trying to make this video cover everything, it would be a very long video. So what I'm going to do is make this a part 1, and I'll come back later and do a part 2. I probably have a couple other videos to put up before I go to part 2, but no fear, it will be there. If you come this far, I sure do appreciate it. And please go to my Facebook page, my Instagram page, they're all Subtac Off-Road Life. Give them likes and follows, the stuff that they need. And if you haven't yet done so, please subscribe. Thanks so much for coming this far, and I'll see you in part 2. Bye-bye.